Hi there, I'm Amanda Cromhoe from Truth. Welcome to the Blind Loyalty Challenge. We interview world experts in loyalty blindly. We're hoping to create insight, spontaneity, and a lot of fun through the challenge. The challenge is about promoting the blind loyalty trust, and my book called Blind Loyalty, 101 Loyalty Concepts Radically Simplified. All profits from the book go towards the trust. We hope you enjoy the Blind Loyalty Challenge. So my first question, Kashmira, I'm going to ask you first. Chapter 22 of Blind Loyalty is all about coalition programs. We've heard a lot about it already this morning. Is coalition dead?
I'd say the reverse. But then you're talking to somebody who lives it every day.
Yep.
I truly believe I'm sorry I had to walk out. I just got some bad news, so I had to walk out for a few minutes. But one of the things that was mentioned earlier, I think it was Sham in his speech, he was talking really about the ecosystem. And for me, the ecosystem is all about coalition. And I think what is important today for a customer, and I think you mentioned it, a very important stat about consolidation. That customers are part and parcel of so many loyalty programs, but what's the value that they're really getting from each individual one? If you can bring that to bear to create a whole of life proposition, a whole of life value for the customer, then you've made it a lot easier on them. You've given them so many more opportunities in one place without having to go pillar to post. So I believe that a really strong coalition is really the future, not the past.
Not the past, I love that. Same question, Paula, is coalition dead? Because that's been a strapline on many a webinar. So I know I'm speaking to two very biased individuals, but that's good. Let's hear.
I think the same. Coalition is the future, it's not the past. It's better for our customers to have all their favorite brands in one place, and I think that the loyalty program, like the potential increases with the coalition, and yes, for me,
Great.
it's 100%.
I think there's a theme for the whole 3 days here, but based on the back of your platform. So there are 3 chapters in Blind Loyalty focused on tech. So this one you have to answer fairly and honestly, but this one is for our loyalty juggernaut friends. Chapter 87, 8 and 9 are about loyalty tech solutions and decision making and how to choose the right loyalty partner. So what would you say is the single most important thing in choosing your tech partner?
It's all about partnership. I'll give you a little insight on when we actually chose Loyalty Juggernaut. They had boots on the ground before we signed the contract. They knew that our challenge was to get, my challenge at the time was to get a loyalty program up and running in 9 months, after negotiating up from 6 months, and they made it happen. And I think I've worked in this space and just having to deal with so many technology partners all my life, and you're generally just a number, and I think that Loyalty Juggernaut makes it very personal. And no, really, Sham, I think that it's you all are exceptional in doing that. But also, what's great with Loyalty Juggernaut, as you can see, I'm a fan, is flexibility. And I think that the loyalty industry, typically most platforms in the loyalty industry have come from frequent flyer programs or hospitality businesses, and they've all been very, very particular and rigid in the nature of what they can do, and you're at the mercy of their roadmap, not what's necessary for your business. What I think Loyalty Juggernaut has really done is flip that. So it's not waiting for this huge line of roadmap to come from your partner. It's about them really understanding what we need and making sure it happens. So I think that flexibility is extremely important.
I didn't prompt, I promise. This is off the cuff, I promise. Paula, same question. What would be one thing you look out for in a tech partner?
Uh, Transparency and yes, flexibility, because well, when a company starts to implement a new program since the beginning and from a blank paper, with where nothing is defined yet, you need the best partners around you and the best yes, friends, and I guess yes, for sure, transparency and flexibility are the most important things, and we can find that in our partnership with LGI 100%. Yeah.
Great, great. Again, not scripted, I promise. My last question isn't textbook at all, and these are my favourite questions on the Blind Loyalty Challenge. What is your personal favourite ever loyalty experience?
I was afraid you'd ask me that. I was thinking about it when you put Bill's video up on that. And you'll be surprised, but I've struggled to figure out which one is my favorite. And this has nothing to do with loyalty. This is going to sound really wacky, but it just goes to demonstrate the nature of personal relationships. So I live in a community in Dubai, and I've been there just for about 2 years. And I tend to have friends over fairly often. And whenever they come over, they say to me, "You must be bloody famous." I'm like, "Why?" So before I can even say your name, and I say G1, G2, the guys at the security always say, yeah, Kashmira, Miss Kashmira, Miss Kashmira. And I've realized that all I do is talk to them. I talk to them when I have excess food, I take some over to them. And I think loyalty is all about relationships. And that moment and that the way they respond to me and the way I can respond to them just stands out for me, because it's all the things you were talking about. It's about the experience, it's about the transparency, it's about the relationship. And I think loyalty is just about that. And I've had lots of moments like that, small moments, but those small moments are the ones that stand out the most. So I know it's a rather odd response to your question, but...
It's perfect. It's a personal response to a personal question. Thank you. Paula?
Personalization for me is essential, and yes, my favorite loyalty programs are the programs who understand me and understand the stage which I am in my life. For example, if you are a mother, you are in a new phase of your life, and your needs are different. And if a loyalty program understands that, well, for me, it's like it's a very transparent relationship, and it's a really emotional connection that you do with that program. So. Yeah.
And hopefully they're applying the loyalty psychology piece as well. Hopefully.
Exactly.
It's the next level of sophistication, but it will make an impact. Great. So that's it. That's the Blind Loyalty Challenge. We've got 2 more quick things, but now you're in control. So can you tag somebody who I can chat to again? I may have already chatted to them, but that's fine.
I'm going to tell you now.
Yes, please. Then there's witnesses.
And it doesn't have to be someone in the room.
It can be.
But it might not be.
Doesn't have to be.
I'm going to tag Kim. She's... Kim... sorry? Yes. Kim Hardika. She's currently working with Riyadh there, but previously of Etihad fame.
Great, thank you. I do know of Kim, so I think we've met, but thank you. Great, great. I'm going to ask the next question I'm going to ask you is to think of a question. Not necessarily for Kim, I'll use it where, can you tag someone else, Paula?
Yes, I would like to nominate Patty. I admire Patty a lot, professionally talking. I admire you. So I would like to nominate for the next challenge.
Brilliant, wonderful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. And a question.
A question around how we can make loyalty much more meaningful for customers.
Beautiful, beautiful. Because different brains, like your brain thinks differently to mine, so I'm coming up with better questions this way. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to ask tiers levels, advantages and disadvantages to use these tiers levels in your loyalty program, and when to use, when is worth to use it.
Beautiful. We have a whole chapter on tiers, obviously, in blind loyalty, but fantastic. Ladies, you survived the blind loyalty challenge. Thank you very much.
Very nervous. Thanks a lot, Amanda.
Well done. Thank you.